everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Zara and I am the founder and creator of My Sanctuary Number 8. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we did the thing that everybody told us not to do. We painted our patio. After we redid it a couple of months ago, we finally got around to painting it just before winter, because isn't that the best idea? But we did it and now we can say it's completed. The project is final. So I'm talking to you today from a very rainy November day here in England. Like I say, the patio's already been done, but I wanted to share in this video the process of us doing it, getting it painted and sealed and completing it, to share it with you because we love it. We are so pleased with it. The thing is now is how well it will weather over the winter. But as I say later on in the video, let's see. Who knows? So we've not spent thousands on this project. Anyway, so please let me know at the end of the video what you think. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I would love to know your thoughts. So let's get into it. Enjoy. So we are about to start with the pointing. I'm going to mix up a dry mix, I think. Not sure how it's going to go with between these ones. It's so small, but let's see. So I need to mix up another batch of mortar. So for this I did the research and we're doing 4 parts of sand and 1 part of cement. Very end of this, I'm just using an old cup. I should really have my gloves. Little snail. Oh dear. Sorry, little snail. Sandy. A sandy snail. Hello, Dino. Another half. Oh my goodness. Oh! I am just using building sand for this. Where's my knife? We got given a load left over from Ben's sister. They did a big extension on their house and they had a load of sand left over, which they kindly gave to us. In our research, we read that you can use building sand for this and sharp sand, I think. So it worked out perfectly. So, 1 more cup. And then 1 of cement. So half. Okay, give that a good old mix. We are hoovering the patio.
Yeah.
Remortaring some of the joints, as you can see. So the Hetty rather is out. Good morning everybody. You are rejoining me a couple of days later after my previous part of this video, guess what? We're doing the thing that everybody told us not to do. This could go terribly wrong, but we're going to try it. We kind of agreed that we've not paid thousands for this patio. It's an upcycle project. It looks fine as it is. It's absolutely, you know, it looks great. But we just thought, why not? Like, let's try and do something a little bit different. Paint it before we seal it. If we absolutely hate it, then we're going to just pressure wash it off again. What's the worst that can happen? I feel like if you don't experiment with these things, then what's the point? Anyway, so Ben has, after the mortaring that we did in the previous little section, we've touched up a few bits of the patio. Well, actually quite a lot. Some of what we used, it was a dry mix, and some of what we used kind of fell away and created a few like little gaps. So Ben has refilled those. We used a wet mixture this time, just because we felt like it would hold much better. And oh, that sunshine is lovely. And so far it has, and actually it's made the smaller gaps look slightly bigger almost, which makes it more uniform with the larger gaps. So let me show you what we've done. Okay, so as you can see, like, this is where he's filled in again. Now all that I need to do is just give this all a bit of a rough sand and to smooth it all out, because we kind of just, bless him, he was doing this at like 10:30 the other night with a head torch on. So it's not the neatest job, and because it's a wet mix, we couldn't just brush away the dry stuff before we watered it down. So like this bit, for example, I've already given it a bit of a sand down. I've used a bit of a wire brush as well, and kind of a hard broom head, just to smooth it out a little bit. This is it. Let's see, we're going to try and get the first coat of paint on tonight. It's a dry day today. It's supposed to be dry tomorrow, and then from Sunday it's supposed to rain. So we're going to give it our best shot. First coat tonight, maybe second coat in the morning. Let's see what happens. Oh, and also the amount of tomatoes we've got on this vine. Look at that. And all that. Just need them to ripen. These tomato plants have gone absolutely wild. Look, we've got some plums as well. These were completely unintentional. The seeds grew out of some compost, and I just kind of let them go and do their own thing. Look at that, little plums. Amazing. I've never had tomatoes be so successful, and I didn't even intend for them to be here. So I'm very excited. Just need them to ripen now. Look, more. Ah, look at that vine. Look at that. Amazing. Oh, and this one. Oh, I'm so excited. Look at the size. Yeah, can't wait. Hey, boy. Oh, yes. Good boy. Handsome boy.
What?
Oh gosh.
Did you have any water upstairs?
No.
Okay.
1,
Wow.
2, 3.
Got a paintbrush stuff.
So that is 3 parts paint, 1 part water. We're doing it kind of watered down. Oops, there's a bit on the patio already. We're doing it a bit watered down because we don't necessarily want a solid colour. So I think that's quite done. I'm going to really try and mix it well. Oh my god, we're doing it. Eek! Papa. What do you think, Sienna? Can you hear the plane? Can you hear it? Can you see it? Cutting it all in. I was just saying to Ben that the black next to the cream already, I think looks so good. First coat's almost done. The stuff that we've already painted, where the tiles are quite, the slabs are a bit porous, it looks so much better than when we first painted it because it's sunk in a bit. So yeah, getting there. Last little bit going down. Right now it looks debatable. Trusting the journey. So it is the next day. We have done a couple of coats of the base magnolia on the patio. And we're at the stage where I'm either going to absolutely hate it, and everyone in my previous video who said don't do it is going to be proven right, or it's going to look amazing. I just don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, but we're cracking on because we've started now, and I think it'll be fine. I'm at the moment starting with, we're doing the secondary colour is a colour called sandstone. It's like a really beautiful, like stony kind of greyish colour, and that's going to be our kind of detail colour. So I'm just cracking on with that because I'm edging the patio in it, and I'm just experimenting at the moment with like techniques of how to apply it because I don't think I want it like solid. My goodness, everything in the background is such a mess. So I'm just cracking on with that now. But I think the mistake we made yesterday was that we kind of cut in using a paintbrush around all the edges of the slabs, and we shouldn't have done. So now that's what looks patchy. Anyway, I'll show you, and we're also on a mission to get it done as soon as possible because it's rain forecast. So we're just really trying to get it done quick. So let me show you. So this is where we're at, as you can see. Also where we had two different types of slabs, they've painted up differently. Oh my goodness, on camera it actually looks really bad. It does not look as bad as this in real life. You can also see what I mean about the cutting in with the squares in the middle. So yeah, so we're going to get some more of the magnolia paint on today to third coat these ones to bring them up to the same or similar with the older slabs, and then go in with, I think, a mini roller in the middle of these slabs to basically blend in with the cutting in, but we are also going to be putting a stencil on in the sandstone colour. So this is the sandstone. As you can see, it's like a really lovely, like stony beige, a kind of greyish colour. Again, same brand, it's from Wicks Masonry. And we're going to be adding a stencil onto the rest of the patio. So I think that's what it will be. It's trusting the journey with adding the stencil and getting it on, which I think will make a big difference. Here's where I'm just experimenting with adding the paint. So yeah, at the moment, who knows, but let's see what happens. So I've just finished going along this edge between the house and the rest of the patio. I've watered this paint down so much, so you can actually, this is the sandstone, but it's really quite subtle now. Again, the camera just doesn't give it justice, but yeah. So that I can then layer up because it's completely watered down, and actually it looks much better. So feeling a little more hopeful. Third coat is going on.
That's nothing down a bit.
And multitasking at its finest. Look at that roller action.
Work it in. That's what I like about it. You can really.
Does it better?
That's good.
Yeah. Okay, that is the third coat done. It's looking better, I think. It's still looking patchy because it all needs to dry, so I'm going to give it a couple of hours and we shall come back and see how it's looking. This bit I'm much happier with. I literally did that with like a watered down paint. Let's see. A final coat before our stencil goes on, just to be sure.
Going a lot further than I thought.
Yeah, we've watered the masonry paint down. We've gone 50-50. And it's working quite well.
I don't know how much I've got, so don't scrimp.
This giant roller's worked wonders for doing it. Look at that.
All about the giant roller.
Yeah. Just gets it done super quick. And not really back-breaking work.
12-inch roller from Screwfix.
Oh, there you go. 12-inch roller from Screwfix.
Masonry.
With a masonry pile. Fabulous. So we'll let this dry and then we're going to crack on with the stencil whilst we've got some dry weather ahead of us. So our stencil has arrived. We ordered this from a company called Dizzy Duck, I think it's called. Let me get it out. Hold on. Our stencil. We went for one large, I think it's 600ml square stencil. We wanted bigger because it would create a much bigger illusion of space as opposed to making it too busy and having like a smaller stencil. So yeah, this is it here. Like I say, it's from Dizzy Duck Designs. It's pretty big. I don't know if you can really see it. But yeah, now that we've got all of the paint down the face, we're going to go in with it. Never done this before, so let's see. We're going to use, I'll show you what we're going to use. So we're going to use for the stencil this colour, which is called Sandstone. What I did when I painted it like this is I dramatically watered it down so it didn't have such a dramatic difference. We wanted it fairly subtle, and I've also kind of gone for more of like I kind of dabbed it on as opposed to like a solid paint. So it's much more of a subtle, it's hard to see really on the camera, but so that's what we're going to do with the stencil because we don't want it too dramatic and in your face. Yeah, this is the stencil again. I think it's going to look really good. Yeah, I'm excited to see. Yes, this is Dizzy Duck Designs. I will post a link in the description box below. Right, this is purely experimental. This is our colour, Sandstone, that we're doing the stencil part with. Let's try and get this off. Oh my goodness.
Ready then?
Yeah, I can't get this lid off.
Oh.
I really struggle with these. Ow!
Keep working.
Oh, here we go. Right, so I still have some left over in this pot from when we did the edges. So I'm not going to do it quite as watered down because once we've done it, it's such an intricate stencil that it's going to be hard to go over it again, and I basically did the edging like twice. So, like I say, purely experimental. Right. Whoop. Little bit of water, not too much.
How long do you leave it after you stencil? Do you pull it off when it's wet still, I guess? You just lift it straight back off?
I think that's what I'll do, yeah. Because then we can start with the next one. See anything because it's dark apart from where Ben's got his head torch on, but I finished the stenciling, which you can kind of see a little bit of, and we so desperately wanted to get it finished, so Ben's going to pop the sealer on now. The temperature overnight is supposed to be not lower than 13 degrees, I think. So, and the sealer we've got I think you can do it up until, is it 5 degrees, I think? Yeah. So I think we should be okay. So we just want to get it done. So in the morning, I'll be able to show you more. But so far, very, very happy indeed. Just also need to decide what to do with our little water meter caps. But yeah, oh, love it. Good morning. Here is our finished painted patio. Ben's done 2 coats of the top coat. He did the other one this morning, and I think it looks amazing. We are so happy with it. This is just a chair I'm touching up as part of my shop stock for an event this Saturday. But oh my goodness, so pleased. This stencil is gorgeous. It's kind of like, I keep saying, perfectly imperfect. And that's just how we wanted it. Hello. Welcome back to the final part of this video. So today, or rather yesterday, sorry, we were supposed to be on a flight to Greece, for our first family holiday with Sienna, and she's not well, and so the doctor advised us to not fly with her. So here I am, hoping that she'll she had a bit of an inflamed ear, so we're hoping that maybe today she might be a bit better. She's quite coldy, and hopefully we can maybe get on a flight tomorrow, but keeping everything crossed that we can. Anyway, so in the meantime, I thought I've been needing to finish this video off about our patio, so I thought I would jump on and just finish it really. I thought I would just quickly talk you through some of the products that we used and go from there. So the first thing to say is that I don't think that the previous part of my video actually did the patio justice. When I say it's gorgeous, it looks so aged and rustic. The fact that we've done it really light, it's actually making our kitchen a lot lighter, where the light bounces off the patio and goes into our kitchen window. It genuinely has lifted the light in our kitchen. We've got a really big window, the kitchen window, and it's just made such a difference. We had family over on Sunday for Ben's birthday, and they all just couldn't believe how well it's come out, because just like everybody on here, everyone in real life also told us, don't paint it. So, but I guess having said that, we've painted it and it looks amazing, but I guess now the test is how it weathers. Now obviously we've painted it just as we're coming into autumn, so now is by the end of this year, by the end of this winter, I reckon we'll know how it's going to weather. Talking of weathering, this is the sealant that we used. Oh, it's quite heavy. Kill Rock Pro. Ben picked it up from a DIY store here in the UK. I think maybe Screwfix or Wix. That's the other side of it. The patio driveway and masonry sealer. He applied it with the same roller that we did the paint with. So just a big masonry. He bought a masonry pile and attached it to his long roller. So he applied it with that, 2 coats. It's not made it glossy or anything. It's not changed the finish. And it's gone on really well. It did have kind of like a bit of a white sheen to the sealer whilst it was drying when it went on wet, but now that it's dry it's completely clear. And yeah, I just love it so much. The only thing I will say is that, again, because coming into autumn, the ground's a bit wet, and so it does start to look a bit muddy, so we're having to keep on top of it that way. But I just love it. I'm going to flip you around and just show you again, just to see if it's any better in this light, because it's a sunnier day today than when I filmed it the other day. No, for some reason it looks quite grey on this camera. This bit looks a little bit better. I think the only thing we're going to do now is paint the water meter caps, tie them in, but I need to prime those first. I'm not just going to go straight in with masonry paint. But yeah, it's a shame that it doesn't do it justice on camera, because in real life it's stunning. It just changes the whole vibe of the garden. So yeah, that is it. We did it. We did the thing that everybody told us to not do. Now let's see if everyone's going to be right and say that it won't wear well. Let's see. But, you know, it's an experiment. As I said before, we haven't paid thousands for this patio. If it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. It was an upcycled project that cost us less than £200, as you will know if you've watched my previous video when we actually did the patio. So we'll see. In the meantime, I love it. It's something a little bit different. It just changes the whole vibe of the garden. It's really, really lovely. So I say, if you're thinking of doing your patio, painting it, if you're wanting to jazz up your garden a little bit, if you've got a bit of an old patio that maybe, you know, could do with a little bit of a revamp, do it. Absolutely do it. The stencil we used, I can't remember if I mentioned it before, it's by a company called Dizzy Duck Designs. I'll link them below. We just used a mini roller for that and 1 coat of that, and it's come out beautifully. So I say do it. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. All the products that I've used, I'll post them down below. The masonry paint, the stencil and the sealer. But I say go for it. In the meantime, I'm going to carry on with some jobs while Sienna's asleep, hopefully sleeping off this cold that she's picked up. So fingers crossed we can travel tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully when I see you in my next video, I'll have been away to Greece and had a little bit of a break, because we are definitely in need of it. Anyway, see you in my next video. If you haven't subscribed already, then please subscribe below. Like and comment on this video. Let me know what you think of the patio now that it's painted. I would love to know what your thoughts are. If in my previous video you thought that I shouldn't have done it, what do you think now? Let me know. Anyway, see you in my next video. Bye.